Fibro TV, making positive connections in the chronic illness community.
Hello, fellow chronic illness warriors. Monday Mayday here. Are you ready to have some fun? Now remember, Fibro TV's podcasts are for entertainment purposes and educational purposes only. So if a positive attitude, fruits and veggies causes you to grow a third eye, or feathers, don't blame Jen. She warned you. Now, let's get the fun started. Ha ha!
You're listening to the Daily Dose of Health and Wellness with Jen Reynolds.
Fibro TV, making positive connections in the chronic illness community.
My body hurts.
The information contained on fibrotv.com is meant for information and entertainment purposes only. Any information via audio, video, or print material should in no way replace any advice or direction given to you from your personal physician or medical caregiver. Please consult your physician for specific treatment options.
My headache hurts. I've tried aspirin, Advil, extra strength, Tylenol and such. Nothing seems to kill the pain.
Well, hello everyone. My name is Jen Reynolds, creator and founder of fibrotv.com. You're listening to the Daily Dose of Health and Wellness, episode number 12. And today we're going to be talking about the guilt associated with being chronically ill. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the podcast. Chronically ill comes with a truckload of emotions. Now, knowing that our minds and our bodies are connected, if we hold on to negative emotions, it can actually cause more pain and more illness in our lives. So it's very important that we get rid of certain emotions that don't serve us. What I mean by serve you is sometimes you could be doing things, have certain people around you, or holding on to things that limit you because of your core beliefs and who you really are authentically. One of the emotions that does not serve us at all is guilt. Why do we feel guilty about being chronically ill? It's not like we asked for it, but we still have that guilt. Guilt for not making that engagement you were supposed to go to. The guilt of being a burden on your family because you can no longer do the things that you used to do and they have to step up and do more. The guilt of not fulfilling your dreams or having to quit your job. The guilt of not being the mommy or daddy you want to be for your child. And the list of things that we feel guilty about goes on and on and on. Now, guilt's not a bad emotion. If you do something wrong and you feel guilty, that's a good thing because it lets you realize that you did something wrong and you need to apologize for it. But being guilty for being sick, it's just no good for you. On top of feeling bad, feeling guilty, it just can make you feel pretty downright low. Say, for instance, you made plans with your friend and you had to cancel them. Sometimes people will make you feel guilty and say, well, you just need to get out of the house more, or you need to have a better attitude. Those things are great, but you should never feel guilty if you can't attend something. And if a friend makes you feel guilty for having a bad day and not being able to go through with your plans, they're probably not a good friend to begin with. Now, there's going to be a level of disappointment when you have to break plans from the other person. That's fine, but if they start making you feel bad about not being able to do something, you might want to look at that relationship and make a decision if it's healthy for them to continue to be in your life. I don't think we should feel guilty about things that we have no control over, but I can definitely relate to how this happens. And some of our feelings come from a subconscious level. So when they come about, how we manage them and deal with these feelings of guilt really play a key role in managing your symptoms. So let's look at these feelings of guilt from a new perspective. One of the things that I see a lot over at fibrotv.com is a lot of people post about feeling guilty about their young children and adult children and not being able to do the things that they want to do for them. I think we connect our children's happiness with what we do for them. And we shouldn't think this way. We can bring people joy, including our children, but we can't make them happy. That's their job to do. And that next time they try to make you feel guilty for not being able to do something, maybe you can explain that to them and they can learn a really good lesson through that. I mean, depending on their age is how you're going to approach this, but you could sit down and explain to them, say, I'm sorry I can't do certain things for you anymore, or the things that I want to do. But it's your job to make you happy, and you can't be blaming other people and making other people feel guilty because you're not getting your way or what you want from me right now. What a way to turn a negative into a positive and teach them a valuable life lesson. Now, if you're feeling guilty about money because you have to quit your job and maybe your husband or your wife has to work more in order to support the family, family is there for each other, and I'm sure if one of your family members got sick unexpectedly and became chronically ill, you would be doing the same exact thing and working extra hours and taking care of them. So don't feel guilty about money or the amount of money it costs to treat your chronic illness. You do the same thing for them. Paula Dorlovsky, PhD, says, unhealthy guilt is experienced as a nagging and exaggerated sense of guilt that is out of proportion to the situation we feel guilty about in the first place. When we experience unhealthy guilt, we end up feeling pretty bad about ourselves, and it contributes to depression, anxiety, and low self-esteem. She also said that unhealthy guilt stems from an unexpressed and unresolved emotion and/or conflict. And we all know what unresolved emotions can do to us when we're chronically ill. It's no good for us. Now, we're human and we're going to get these feelings of guilt every once in a while. But maybe next time you feel guilty for something that you have no control over, you'll be able to stop yourself and remind yourself that you have no control over this situation and there's no need for you to feel guilty. Or if you have people in your life that make you feel guilty, maybe you'll look over that relationship and decide if it's a healthy relationship to continue with or not. Because is it really worth it to feel guilty and have unresolved emotions that can cause us more pain and more suffering? It's not. So it's something that we must learn to manage and deal with in a positive way. Sometimes we can't control what we feel guilty for, but what we can control is how we react to the guilt.
My body hurts.
Well, that concludes today's Daily Dose of Health and Wellness, episode number 12. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. You could find us over at Facebook at facebook.com/FibroTV, on YouTube at youtube.com/FibroTV, on Twitter at twitter.com/FibroTV. Also, we're on Google+. If you do a search, you'll be able to find us. And you could subscribe to us on iTunes. And don't forget to check out our official website, www.fibrotv.com. Thanks for listening, everyone. Until next time.
In my stomach.
Thank you for listening to The Daily Dose of Health and Wellness. The Daily Dose of Health and Wellness is written, produced, and edited by Jen Reynolds and released every Thursday, right here at fibrotv.com.
My mommy is sick, but she's the best mommy in the entire world, and I just want her to get better.
Fibro TV, making positive connections in the chronic illness community. You can find us over at www.fibrotv.com.